Hello YouTubers, what's crack-a-lackin' here today, guys? This is the B-Man610, and this is weekly update number 6. So yes, these are my dogs, Ginger and Sophie. Sophie, you guys can see, Sophie's gotten a lot shaggier than probably last time you saw her, and probably a little bigger. Ginger. And little Miss Ginger, she has lost her coat because we shaved her over the summer, and it didn't grow back fully, so she still has like 1.5 out of 2 coats. Right, Bear? Yeah. So I'm going to let them out now. Capture them just for your... No? No? Okay, that's cool. You guys can stay. So guys, this is my bed. You guys remember, like, B-Man, why isn't it up there? That's because I have issues. No, I'm just kidding. Because, it gets really hot up there. And I'm in, it's the middle of winter. And I'm wearing, a white beater and basketball shorts. Or not, it's not the middle of winter, but it's winter, and I'm wearing a white beater and basketball shorts. So, yeah, I get really hot really easily, usually. But, so I took off the roof. That is where the gunship is. Yes, I did add in the figures since last time. And then there's dropship, the gunship, the stealth bomber. And then there's the other part of the roof. Just so I could show you guys the inside. So you guys can see we got the bomb squad troopers. And, they're just rushing out. Here's this one loner dude. He's like, no, wait for me. And then, this one's actually taking off. You guys can see. Pretty cool. Here we just got a table showing the battle. This is the clones. That's the droids. Then, these are all bookshelves. I don't know, holocron bookshelves. I think, how they have, their, records. These are, the records, I guess. And then, these are weight benches over here, which I'm going to move the tray. It's been there for about 6 months now, so I don't know if it wants to move, but it complied with my wants. Put this back up where it's supposed to go. Oh boy, they're starting to scratch. And then, sorry about that, guys. If we go over here, you guys can see, oh, my big head's covering. Okay, there we go. You guys can see that's the conference room. There's the ARF trooper leader. There's Commander Fox. Commander Fox's sergeant. That's Commander Gree. That's Captain Rex. And here's Captain Rex's sergeant and his lieutenant running in. You guys can see there's their helmets, their weapons racks. There's some commandos, and underneath, I'm not going to show you guys just because since it's not the video, I want to keep some things secret still. But underneath is the speeder bay, and then a cafeteria. So nothing too special. And yes, this is part of the cafeteria. I always thought that part was this is just my favorite, this side right here. Hi, Ginger. Hi. No? Bear spotting. Hi. You're cute. Okay. Anyway, so you guys have already seen this part of the battlefield, so I guess I can show you this much. I'm not gonna show you anything else. But real quick, I put in about. I apologize, guys. Sophie. Well, I'm sure you all see Sophie. Yes, that she's doing what you think she is doing. Don't even ask. Just assume. But so I am actually quote unquote complete, done with the mock. You guys was like, "Yay, B-Man, good job!" But I'm still not done. Because what I'm going to do is, I added in, there's about 300 clones in this mock, and about 100 droids. So that's about 400 figures if you guys can do the math, and about 8,000, actually no, 7,000, about 7,000 pieces in this mock. Plus 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ships so far. And as I'm sure you guys have seen, the 2012 battle packs, which I did not pick up any of. I'm asking for some of those for Christmas, and also the Geonosian cannon. So I'm hoping to get one Geonosian cannon and 3 or 4 or 5 of the battle packs. But that's just my hopes. And then I'm also asking for money because we're going to Hawaii for band. But I'm gonna ask for that. And then, I'll get one Geonosian cannon, hopefully, probably. That'll be Commander Gree. I'll probably use Commander Gree in this mock. He'll be kind of leading these dudes. Because right now it's the Shy Trooper, Arf Trooper. And I should have my custom Commander Gree leading them, but since he's in the meeting. And then, the battle packs, I'm going to put the cannons right here and have this be like their back, like their last resort, their line of defense. So there's just going to be this one ship right there to bring the white clones up forward to the front of the the battleground, and then also the elite clones if needed. And then they'll have the cannons, which will be operated by gunners, which I think I got only 2 gunners left. Oh, I got 4. Yeah, I got 4 gunners, so I'm sure I can salvage some from here. But I'm actually surprised how many gunners I use in this. Oh, where did they all go? That's my question. But and then that'll be nice. And then also, so that'll be waiting till after Christmas. And then when 2013 comes around, there's a lot of cool sets coming out. I think there's only 3 or so I'm interested in. And those are under $30 sets. So basically, after Hawaii, I'm thinking I'm gonna get a big order on Target.com. I'll probably get I'll make it so I have a total of 7 of the cannons. We'll just go with 7. Maybe I'll make it 8. I don't know, but I'll have a total of 7 or 8 of the cannons. I'll get 5 or 6 of each in the new battle packs, and then one of the bigger sets or whatever I want. So it'll be a pretty big order, but I think it'll be worth it. And then I'll disperse those into here. I'm thinking of having I'll have the cannons in here for sure. So I'll have 7 or 8 cannons, and those will be all along here and over here. And then, just stuff like that. But basically, I want to give you guys a real quick history. I know this video is getting kind of lengthy, but real quick history is basically this base right here. Oh crap! Okay, good. I had the lid on. But this base. This isn't the whole base, but this base. Basically, what it is, it's a key trade point. It's not one of the outer planets. It's not one of the center planets. By Christophsis or stuff like that. It's a little out there, but it's near planets that have a bunch of metals and stuff needed to make bullets or guns or equipment or ships and stuff. So basically, whoever controls this area is kind of dominant. They'll have better supplies, got everything basically. And so the clones built this huge base. I mean, you guys can see. I mean, even without the roof on it, it's pretty impressive. I mean, this thing is quite large. But they built this huge base. I mean, it's heavily fortified. If I had the resources and the space to build this as big as I wanted it to be, this base would stretch out farther back. It'd have 5 floors on it. I was gonna make 5 floors. First floor would have enough room to fit an AT-AT turbo tank and another turbo tank in it, and then the next floor would be quite a bit smaller than that, and then they'd be the same size going up, except the last floor would be smaller, and that'd have a landing pad here and then a landing pad on top of that. But I mean, it'd be crazy huge. So this is just what I could use with the pieces, and it's still big. But so basically, they built this, and they usually have the ARF troopers, the bomb squads, which are also down there, and then Commander Cody, along with maybe 20 about 20 regular clones. But since all the commanders are... Sophie, stop eating that. Thank you. Since all the commanders are here, they brought in extra troops. So basically, these are all Captain Rex's troops, who's right there. And that's why he has his second in command and his lieutenant. His colonel and his lieutenant. Because all these are Captain Rex's. That's why there's a 501st medic out there. There's the 501st Jetpack Squadron. All that jazz. So he brought all the troops. He also brought the vehicles and stuff. Because these vehicles are usually here, but the ones that are currently here are out on a Sky mission or whatever, or something like that. Just give me this one, guys. And so he brought all the vehicles and troops, and they were just kind of waiting like the Venator, like, up in the air. And then they detected a droid presence on the table. That's what that table's for. And so they sent down about 5 or 6 gunships worth of just normal clones, and then this one gunship of elite clones. And that was actually led by the shock trooper. That was Commander Greaves' squadron, I'm sorry. And, because they're, like, Captain Rex kind of picked them all up on his Venator. And then they left their squadrons, which has, like, a small, like, elite portion at wherever they were defending, so then they could just come to the meeting and then go back, because I didn't want to do the hog rounds or whatever. And so basically the droids, they had scouted to the base out about a week prior, and they knew there'd be about 100 clones here, 100 forces. So they brought enough that they could take it, and still have enough droids left to defend the left, like the next wave of clones, the reinforcements, before they could get their own reinforcements. But unfortunately for them, this happened. So please, guys, keep liking, subscribing, commenting on all my videos, and I'm actually gonna do a shout out video soon. So stay tuned for that, guys, and peace.